All right, Giants Nation. So with Tyrod Taylor starting this next game versus his old team, the conversation continues to get louder among the Giants fan base and the media, where the talk is, do we draft a quarterback in the upcoming draft? And personally, I think we should draft Caleb or Drake if they're available. The chances are they may not be available because as bad as we think we are, the other teams are they might be even worse. And a lot of us being bad is just the offensive line being dumb, Daniel Jones making mistakes that he shouldn't be making in year 5, and those things can be fixed. They technically can be fixed. As bad as this offensive line is and as bad as this defense is, there are things that are a problem right now that can be fixed. And so don't be surprised if we can't draft Caleb or we can't draft Drake. And some fans are just like, well, I hate Daniel Jones and we need to get a real quarterback. Well, I don't think we need to draft a quarterback in the first round if it isn't either of those two guys, Drake or Caleb. As much as they got us mocked for some of these other quarterbacks, I don't want Sanders, I don't want McCarthy, I don't want Pinnock or any of these other quarterbacks in round 1, especially if you're drafting top 10. What we need to do is we need to make sure we get the best offensive lineman in this draft, and it's going to suck for us because a lot of you guys, again, want a quarterback, but if we can't draft Drake or Caleb, just draft the best offensive lineman. Shoot, draft the best cornerback. Draft the best wide receiver available. Do not draft another quarterback not named Drake or Caleb. What's going to happen is when you draft a quarterback that you're happy with and you feel like he's so much better than Daniel Jones, when you see Drake and Caleb and they're so much better than that quarterback that we do end up drafting, you're going to be upset with that quarterback and you're going to flip on that quarterback the same way you're flipping on Daniel Jones. So the best bet for us is to get the top prospect of quarterback if we have a chance to get him. Now, if we do get some of those other quarterbacks in the later round, it's not really a big deal. What I don't want is a Daniel Jones situation for us again, where you get a guy in the first round and then you feel like he isn't a first round prospect after a few years. Then we're going to end up in the same position of not liking that quarterback. Now, could Drake or Caleb bust? Yes, but they're the best quarterbacks, in my opinion, to be able to throw. The throws that these dudes are making at the college level is crazy. So, you could just watch the highlights of Drake and Caleb or just watch them play. You're going to say to yourself, well, my quarterback can't do that. And don't get me wrong, there are other quarterbacks in the draft that are good quarterbacks and can make some throws that Daniel Jones can't throw, but don't draft them in the first round. That's my opinion on what we should do as a franchise is don't draft any quarterback in the first round not named Drake or Caleb. I'm not saying don't draft a quarterback. Take the best offensive lineman if you can't get the top 2 quarterbacks in round 1. Take the best offensive lineman. That is the route we need to go if Drake or Caleb are not available. Don't focus on replacing Daniel Jones. We don't need to replace him with a first round quarterback and just draft any quarterback because we think he's going to be better than Daniel Jones. The quarterback is not our biggest issue, guys. It's the offensive line. Take the best offensive line. Take the best defensive player. Take the best receiver. It'd be nice to have a number 1 receiver, guys. We haven't had one since Odell. I can't believe you guys are okay with that because you don't like Daniel Jones. That's really what it comes down to. Oh, well, he ain't supposed to have nice things because I don't like him anyways. Like, realistically, if we had a go-to receiver, his numbers would look better because he'd have somebody to bail him out on some of them dumbass throws that he makes. We don't have those type of players. Brock Purdy and all these normal quarterbacks that are in great offenses with great offensive lines and great teams all around them, they have that. That's not what we have here. So you can't expect Daniel Jones to fix everything. He's just not that guy, and that's fine. Like I said, we can draft another quarterback, but don't draft another quarterback in the first round not named Drake or Caleb. Terrible idea. But hey, tell me what you guys think. Maybe you guys are just thirsty for another quarterback because you're tired of seeing Daniel Jones fuck up, and that's okay.